once again to Jacaranda Television. Nine two three. Welcome to our channel. I always tell you, quite cold. I'm trying to make my studio. Desert village. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to Jacaranda Television from Republic of Kenya. We are live from the village. Just to look for some water. Welcome to Jacaranda Television, live from Africa. We are coming live from Republic of Kenya in East Africa. We are in East Africa, so kindly welcome to our channel. You are much welcome. It was quite a busy day, very busy day. It is 9:05 p.m. in the Republic of Kenya. We are 300 kilometers northern of Nairobi. That is where the desert village is. That's where we live, in the desert village. So kindly welcome to our channel. If you are new, kindly subscribe for us. We also have another sister channel. We have a sister channel called the Desert Channel Explorers. Kindly visit our sister channel. We are now past 1,000 subscribers. So kindly subscribe for us as a means of support. We really appreciate your presence, your support. We show people around the village how people live across the village. The weather is changing. The weather is changing. It did rain. Yesterday it rained, and the day after yesterday it rained in the desert village, and everyone is happy. Rain takes a long time to rain. Everyone is celebrating for seeing the rain. Otherwise, the desert village is okay. We are heading to 10 p.m. It's very quiet everywhere. Very quiet. You can only hear the voice, the hyenas walking across the village. They come out at night. But we are used to this kind of life in the village. We have posho mills where we grind the maize. Those types of businesses are very busy. Maize is a main meal. I don't know whether you can see me clearly. I'm trying. I'm trying to adjust. I'm trying to adjust so that you can see me clearly. I hope you can see me clearly. Welcome to live chats uh, from the desert village. Uh, uh, here we love people. Clara Chekinui. Welcome so much, Clara. You are very much welcome to Jacaranda Television. You are very much welcome. And we are from Kenya in East Africa. We border Uganda and Tanzania. But we are northern of Nairobi. We are 300 kilometers northern of Nairobi. Today we are talking about what people fear most. You know, they have those phobias. I believe everyone has a phobia. We also, someone had, people had requested we talk about the education standards in the village, whether people go to school, whether they perform, whether there are schools. We also talk things that you inquire. You can come, ask our question. By the way, which country are you? Clara, kindly. Clara Chekirui. Best dude from Sri Lanka. How is Colombo? I understand your capital city is Colombo. I think you have come again. You had come again. Clara, thank you so much. Clara, visit also our sister channel, Desert Channel Explorers. We have two channels. Yeah, but I said your capital city is is Colombo. You border India, that's why I understand. Clara, give us subscriptions in our two channels, kindly. Clara, we are around Nanyuki, where the Equator line passes. I know you have heard of Nanyuki. Some kilometers away from Nanyuki. Nanyuki is our commercial town. And we showcase about the desert lives, how people live, how people socialize, the means of transportation. Kenya is quite good there and there, but in the month of January, you know, in the January is where the people complain a lot. People really complain, I know about economy, things like those. Carl, thank you so much for joining us. You have said you have given us 2 subscriptions, Jacaranda Television and Desert Channel Explorers. Clara, we are 10 months old. In fact, this channel is younger than Desert Channel, so that you can create a podium and reach and engage the people of the world. Yeah, I remember about Sri Lanka, but you'll make it. Worry not. In future, there is hope. Be positive and everything will be good. Even in Kenya, we are down economically. We are still trying, still pushing on. And I hope one day I will be able to come to Sri Lanka. I love Sri Lanka so much. Between Indians and Sri Lankans, they're almost the same. Even the language, the way we hear. you speak almost the same. India, Pakistan, uh, those countries, Bangladesh, Indonesia, you almost speak the same way. And we love you so much. In fact, in our channels, we appreciate everybody. Mm. Mm. I used to be a club scout, Cub Scout. That's good. I think based dude, deep in you, you wanted maybe one day to be a soldier. Most of the scouts, deep in their heart, wanted to be soldiers. But a scout is also like a soldier. They are very disciplined, very much disciplined. So we love engaging the world. Share ideas wherever you are. Like you can tell us the level of your education in your country, how people study, whether people are interested, whether education is valuable in wherever you have come from. Like in the desert village, students are bright, but they lack morale because some go to school without eating. Mm. Or you are the Buddha. Is it Buddhist? But Christianity and Buddhist share something in common. I think there are some occasions they share, like Christmas. No. I don't remember exact. There's something we share. Some values like giving, sharing. I understand Buddhists also do the same. They have a there's a holiday you celebrate in December. Is it called Buddha? I miss to come to Sri Lanka, and if I come to Sri Lanka, you said your town is called Kade. Kade, I would like very much to come to Sri Lanka. In South Asia is very green. Like you have Thailand, you have Malaysia in Asia, you have Bangkok, you have Japan, very successful countries. I hope one day I will be able to make and fly to Sri Lanka, those countries, see how people live. Maybe when I come, you can show me around. You also understand. I understand you speak English also. What were your colony? Was Sri Lanka a British colony? Because I know you speak somehow, you know some English. So even if I come to Sri Lanka, I don't have a hard time because of language barriers. That one, I know. I do not. In Kenya, we have a educational level is 844 system, but now introduced another competence-based curriculum called the CBC. There's a junior secondary school up to ninth grade. It is still being enrolled. Or you are not like Ceylon. In Kenya, we were a British colony. We attained our independence in 1963. That's when we got independence. The first president was called Jomo Kenyatta. The second one was Daniel Moi. Was third called Mwai Kibaki. Fourth called Uhuru Kenyatta. Now we have William Ruto is the current president as we speak. And we have a government of parliamentary system where we have head of state, we have deputy president, we have cabinet ministers, we have parliament, we have senate. Yeah. Wow, 1948. So long time ago. That is almost 76 years ago of independence. You're already celebrating. You are 15 years ahead of us, but you are growing. You're also a third class world, and you are still mm, uh, a dominion status exactly. Are you talking about dominance? Yeah, because I understand we were dominated by British. Now here we are at the Commonwealth. And there is something that I have never understood, how the Queen of UK still rules Australia. New Zealand is still, I think, either directly under UK government. I have never understood that thing well. But here in the desert village, tourists do come in large numbers because we have a lot of parks, animal preserves. We are very privileged. I always tell you, we are very privileged that the desert village borders the only park that hosts the only two white northern rhinos that are remaining all over the world. They are just two remaining, and they are just almost here we are. Almost here we are. From where I am to that park, it cannot take me less than 45 minutes. It's a huge park, almost 200 hectares, 200,000 hectares. And it has all kind of animals, giraffes, hyenas, warthogs, elephants, buffaloes, crocodiles. You know, there's a big river that passes through that park. The soil, the type of the soil around here is whitish. The soil looks like it's a cotton. It looks like ash. I'll make a video during the day. Right now it's quite late because in Kenya right now it's 9:41 p.m. 19 minutes to 10 o'clock. But I will make a video maybe. But you know one big problem when you live stream, when you come at night, there are no people around because of the time difference. 10 p.m. in Kenya. What is the time in Sri Lanka? What is the time? What is the time in the Sri Lanka Republic? Because here, right now is 9:41, 19 minutes to 10 at night. Well, is it liberation? You know, what's the difference, Kylie, of 1948 and 1972? You gained independence twice. Can you tell me? I don't clearly understand, but you had 19, like in Kenya, it's funny because we got independence 1963. Then it went like that, years passed that. It was made a one-party state from 1982 to 1992. Then there was another liberation, like when it became multi-party, it was like we got another independence because only one party was ruling by then, with the dictatorial types, like those things. But now it's a multi-party as we speak. We have a multi-party government. We have many parties. People can form many parties as they wish. But the part of Constitution of Kenya, before you stand for elections for a president, you must be 35 years and above. That's the requirement. We have certain requirements for certain seats. Yep. And in Kenya, we don't have states. Like India, we have states like Gujarat, Mumbai. I think in Kenya we have counties. The country is divided with counties. We have 47 counties in Kenya. Each county is ruled by a governor. Each county has a senator. So we also have a senate. We also have a parliament, the lower house. The lower house is for member of parliament. Each county is divided into several constituencies headed by member of parliament. They represent each constituency in the lower house in our capital city, Nairobi. Senators, we have 47. Yeah. But we also have different tribes. Kenya is not one tribe's country. We have 42 tribes and 43. Why I said 42 then 43? Because the third tribe is Hindu. Hindus are a part of Kenya. Some even speak our languages because they were born here. Yeah. The seven Shujaa. It was called Shujaa. Shujaa is Swahili. Swahili term meaning a brave person or a warrior. But I also understand Sri Lanka is very tough in cricket. In cricket, it is a country that I know is a men from Sri Lanka. They are not easy, they are tough. Sri Lanka is very good in cricket. India, very tough also, very strong teams. And by the way, you see in Kenya how we do our hair. Most of the men, we believe in cutting all the hair. We cut the hair, but women even put some wigs, long hair. We believe in that in Africa. And it doesn't grow that tall. Even if I let it grow, it will turn out to be a dreads. The hair of an African man, if you let it grow, it will just do like this. You see my hand the way it's doing, and it becomes harder. That's why we shave. People ask me why I love shaving. If you can see me clearly, that's the way of life in Africa. We also eat rice. African, just like Asia, Southern Asia, people have rice so much. In Kenya, we also eat rice. But men in Africa say rice is very light, especially at night. They don't like eating rice during the night. And they say it makes them weaker. They compare it with spaghetti. Those spaghetti, men in Africa think is very light food. So they eat what we call thick porridge. You grind maize, you boil water, then sparkle through. Yeah, I remember tigers. I remember very well. And they had another name apart from tiger. They are called tiger something. They were like rebels, if I'm not wrong. And every news in our TVs, we used to hear about tigers. What? That name is familiar in Kenya. Tigers. But I hope now they are good. No war. I haven't had war in Sri Lanka for quite some times. But I know you are struggling with economy. Would you like to know more about Africa? I can give you my WhatsApp number. You can inquire. You can tell us what you'd love to know about Africa. Maybe when I have time, I can shoot the video and show you what we do in Africa. I can also take you a tour around, but during the day so that you can watch clearly. Let me give you my WhatsApp number in case you want to get in touch. +254 722 672 723. +254 is code of Kenya, and then 722 +254 722 672 723. That's my WhatsApp number. And in my profile, you'll see a pumpkin. In my WhatsApp, you'll see a pumpkin. That is why I kept it there, because there's a time there was a drought, very major droughts. But we used to feed on those pumpkins. So I put that pumpkin in my DP, in my profile, for me to keep on remembering. Because we have a lot of, every time there's a drought, life gets tough. You find sometimes kids have no food, people have no food. Sometimes even they eat the yellow maize. You know, the yellow maize belongs to horses. That's how tough it is, because the temperature is very high here. Rain is scarce. Sometimes there are so many droughts, so much droughts. Livestock die, rivers dry. If you visit my channel, desert channel, you see the only two rivers. We have only two rivers, which are very different apart. Homes are scarce here. It's a distance to your neighbor. You can go even for 1 kilometer before getting to your neighbor's house. Rivers are away. People walk distances to fetch water. By the way, do you have a desert in Sri Lanka? I've never heard of it. I've only heard of a desert in India called Thar. THAR. But I've never heard of desert in Sri Lanka or in Philippines. Do you have a desert in Philippines or Thailand or Malaysia? I'm yet to hear. Or Indonesia, in Jakarta. I've never heard of it. Exactly. Those, like I watch the Philippines movies. All I see in those, they call the province is green. Like Philippines, Sri Lanka, they are very green. Whenever I see a movie from India or Sri Lanka, I always see green. There's a man, you can search, there's another channel of a man from Kenya called I Am Marwa. He has done a lot of trips in your country. He has visited more than 100 countries. He has a sister called D. Moango. I watch them because when they are visiting, I love those countries in Southern Asia. So I watch their videos about Sri Lanka, India, Philippines, Malaysia. You can follow him. He comes from Kenya, by the way, but we are not in the same county. We are distance apart. He is called I Am Marwa. If you start I Am Marwa, you watch his videos. He tours all the world and goes even deeper. to the villages, to distant towns. Very good videos. He also brings videos how even his sister does the same. They are both travelers. And in fact, they're the one who inspired me to open a channel. When you open a YouTube channel, YouTube is a good place that you can express your passion, that you can bring out what is in your heart. So I hope you have a channel. Which kind of mountains do you have? There's a mountain that I remember. I don't remember exact, but there's a very famous mountain. There's a very famous mountain in Sri Lanka. I'm trying to remember the name. There's a very big mountain in Sri Lanka, but I can't exact remember its name. So welcome. If you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe for our channel, and remember to visit our sister channel, which is older than this channel. It is called the Desert Channel Explorers. Kindly give us a subscription. We might never meet, but your subscription will remain important. It's very, very important. When you press that button, when you subscribe, when you watch our videos. By the way, kindly share our videos to your friends. Tell them to visit Africa, specifically Kenya. See the beauty of Kenya in Africa. Africa, so beautiful. And Africa is filled with wildlife. In South Kenya, our country touches the Indian Ocean in the south side. Oh, you have nuclear weapons. Wow. When I hear that weapon, nuclear weapons are so scary. Very scary. Because I understand they destroy. I guessed it, but I was not sure. I was not sure. You are teasing me. I know you are teasing me. In Africa, I don't think there is any country that has that standard to make those. Maybe only in Europe, maybe countries like Japan, Europe, America. Those are they are able. If they want to make them, they can. They are rich. But in Africa, to make even one, I don't know where the money would come from. Do they buy food or do they bake the nuclear? I understand. Here in Africa, we also use donkeys as means for transportation. I use donkeys. We walk. What's the population in Sri Lanka? But it must be very many. I don't think there's any country in Southern Asia has less population. Which one? Tell me which one. As in Kenya population, imagine we are 23 million. So we are double of you. We are ahead of, in Kenya is double of that. Not even double. We are almost 60. In Kenya, we are almost 60 million as per last census. That is 2019 census. But we have mixed tribes. Do you have different tribes? In Kenya, we have different tribes, different languages. But, dude, if like us, Even when you watch Sri Lanka movies, we think you speak the same. Even you, I know, you see us blacks in Kenya or in Africa, people think we are same. You are not. Vada tribe. In Kenya, you have so many. Imagine 42. Oh, so they're indigenous. Imagine in Kenya, you have 42 tribes. Ever heard of Eliud Kipchoge? Have you ever heard of Eliud Kipchoge? He was recently he was a marathon champion, world marathon champion, and the world record holder. They come from Kenya. Eliud comes from Kenya, and his tribe, as I was saying, is different from mine. His tribe they are called Kalejins. These people you see running so speed. Zulus are from South Africa. Zulus are from the Republic of South Africa, where Nelson Mandela came from. You have never heard of world marathon champion called Eliud Kipchoge. Eliud Kipchoge, world marathon world record holder. Even if you Google, you see Eliud Kipchoge. He comes from this country. Just like the father of Barack Obama, he comes from this country of ours. Father of Barack Obama, former US president. Even when, I think 1952, Queen Elizabeth, before she rose to be a queen, she was on a holiday right in this country, in a hotel called Treetop. When she received a call, I think her father, or I don't know, in UK, they succeed one another. They inherit. They have a system. They have a way. It's a kingdom. But she was right here. Even, do you know the immediate UK Prime Minister, a Hindu? He also came from Kenya. He is a Hindu, yes, but his parents, they were from Kenya. He grew exactly such Rishi Sunak, exactly. His parents are from this country, but I don't know whether he was born in Britain, but even himself, you can search his connections with Kenya, and you'll find, you can go to Google, see he had connections with Kenya, even though he's a Hindu. And I told you, Hindus also have a tribe in Kenya. They are called the 43rd tribe of Kenya. There are so many here. Hindus are so many. In fact, they're the largest foreigner tribes outside Africa continent in Kenya. They have a lot of business in every town. This most of the time they deal with spare parts of the car. They have a lot of shops, big stores, big supermarkets. And when you go to buy something from their shops, you don't bargain. He can tell you, I have this amount. Like Sri Lanka, what currency do you use? Do you use rupees also? Do you use rupee in Sri Lanka? Because in Kenya we use shillings. In Kenya we use shillings, and one shilling to a dollar is 130 shillings per $1. $1 is around 130 shillings of Kenya. I don't know what is coin currency, but I think you use rupee. Do you use rupees? And what's the exchange rate of rupee versus dollar? What is the exchange rate of rupee versus dollar. If at all use rupee, because I know most countries around India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, I don't know, it's another country, use rupee as your currency. Exactly. So $1 is 298 rupees. So maybe our shilling is stronger than ours, than yours, than your currency. But at least Sri Lanka is a small country. That one is understandable. What was trying to pick up also. Cannot say Kenya is rich. We are not also. We are struggling nation also. 1, 2, 3. Do you have corruption in Sri Lanka? You know, in Africa, most countries have some corruption in a way, one way or the other. But I think it's the way they were raised by the starting governments. Many I have come to know many people in Africa, Asia, South America. I don't know. Some entertain corruption, but one of the funny thing, yeah, it's like in Africa. I don't know who taught people about bribes. They think bribes works magics. And mostly it's in Africa, South America, and Asia. Especially Southern Asia, almost the whole of Africa, South America. Even in some countries in Africa, even when you get lost, ask away. You have to give some cash first. Like I come to Sri Lanka, I'm coming to Kade. You call it Kade. If I ask someone away, some countries, even in Africa, you pay first for someone to show you the way. To get jobs in Africa, in most of the countries in Africa, not all, you pay something to get a job. Not all countries, I'm not condemning, but I'm not judging, but that's the truth. That's the way it is. In anything before employment, cash first. I don't know whether it happens in Sri Lanka. I don't know whether it happens in Sri Lanka. How is employment rate? People are still coming in. Welcome to our channel. If you are just gotten in, we are live from Kenya in East Africa. We are in south of Addis Ababa. We are also in southwest of Eritrea. I don't know whether you have heard a country called Eritrea, which was in Ethiopia, but they cut it. It is upper. It neighbors, I think, Djibouti there. So if you go to Sudan and you want to come to Desert Village, you go to southeast of Southern Sudan. Sudan's are two nowadays. You have Southern Sudan and the Upper Sudan. Sudan was before it was ruled by a president called al-Bashir, Omar al-Bashir. It was the whole Sudan by then. It was a very big Sudan. But now you have people, is it called revolution? They kicked him out. We have a new one, but I don't know exactly the name of the new one. But I know the president of Southern Sudan. Yeah, it's called Salva Kiir. Salva Kiir, Salvakir. Salva Kiir is the president of Southern Sudan, which we neighbor. Kenya, you know, if you go north of Kenya, we have far left, we have Sudan. Then next, come to Ethiopia. Then next, Eritrea and Djibouti. On our east is Somalia. We border. Somalia is on our east side. and it's called the Horn of Africa. If you can check the map of Africa, East Africa, we have, by the way, we have East and Eastern Africa. East Africa are the countries that speak Swahili. Swahili is a common language used in Kenya, used in Tanzania. It was supposed to be, but I think it changed its mind. There are governments that, like Switzerland, there are some countries that play neutral. There are some countries that they don't involve themselves in supporting each in it, just like Switzerland. But Kenya, I think, was not among the group. Some countries in Africa, they have to rely. They depend. Most of the countries in Africa depend on loans, and whenever a country depends on or loans or grants, it will be natural to support one side. The part of wealth in Africa, the Western countries want to do business with Africa. China is also interested to do business with Africa. It's let me say in dollars, so that I think it's around salary for member of parliament is around $10,000 without including allowances. $10,000. They keep on increasing their salaries. They are the one who votes to increase their salary. They all vote to increase. It is even said politicians in Kenya are paid higher than the salary of the US president. They always increase their salary after almost every month, which is a startup. But citizens are bringing up problems. They don't want that thing to continue. And it is known, the day they are voting to increase their salaries, they all come there. They are all present there in the parliament. They vote and no one opposes. 100%, all of them. But everyone can vote. But they always vote. Just imagine someone earning $10,000 per month, and the common man earning less than $1 per day. So unfair. They can't even balance. But another problem in Kenya is during the campaign, people cannot vote you. Most of the people cannot vote you unless you give money. If you don't give them cash, you never see that seat. Just forget it. Which makes it harder for a poor person to run for a political seat. Few make it. Few poor people make to political offices. But when you have cash, people get bribed. Some are influential, so they have influence. But we do elections after every 5 years. The last one we did in 2022, August. We do it in August. After every 5 years. The next national elections will be 2027, August. We also have some nominated member of parliament. We have nominated senators. Yeah. That's how Kenya is. On weekends, that's the time they visit constituencies, do some findings there, check the projects. Then from Monday to Friday, they disappear to the capital city. But when elections comes nearby, they come almost every day to the village to secure the next seat. So kindly, I think I read my video there. It's almost 10:13. I wake up very early in the morning. I wake up at 4 a.m. So I will be very much happy if you can. But I appreciate your time so much, and whoever has come, and to those who will come later, your time well appreciated, very well appreciated. So let me just end my life there, and I appreciate you so much for your time. In Africa, we are taught to appreciate everything, even if it's a small thing. That's our way. So I really appreciate your time. And kindly remember to subscribe to our both channels, Jacaranda Television and Desert Channel Explorer. So thank you so much for your time, for discussion, for engagement. We'll meet tomorrow. And kindly, do you have my number? And let me remind you my number, +254 672 723. So thank you so much for your time. Your time well appreciated.